When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear it. When I start selling pussy, I don't want to hear nobody say shit. When you see me on the corner, bitch, mind your business.
What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again. And as you see the title of the broadcast, it is what it is here, man. So we got one from Kendra D Live and things like that. I've been following her for quite some time, very long time, things like that. You know what I'm saying? She's always bringing light to the situation, definitely with, you know, our black sisters and the way that they're carrying themselves in today's society. Shout out to her.
So what's the French toast is there to think about?
Listen, look, it is what it is at this point. So she has something here that's a very crazy situation here. So this mother right here is throwing her son a birthday party, and you know, Jesus Christ, as you can clearly see what she has on. Hold on here. As you can clearly see what she has on and things like that. And this is very inappropriate for being around children. I wasn't raised like this. My mother never wore anything like this around me. Never. You know, my grandfathers and things like that, the men in my family would have been appalled if the women came around wearing anything like this. I really don't understand this. And yes, I was raised in a, you know what I'm saying, in a traditional household, things like that. You know, of course it had its ups and downs and stuff like that. No family's ever perfect, but this type of crap right here was just unheard of. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous out here. Hold on.
You old dish-eyed fool.
I've never the women in my family, I've never seen the women in my family with this this none amount of clothing on. Never. This is appalling and disgusting that you will be around your son like this. Shit. So we're going to dive off into this. We're going to see what Crimson Cure had to say. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
You see what's going on the screen here. Mom goes viral for what she wore to her son's birthday party. This is a little boy. Obviously, there's an actual birthday party, decorations in the background. His theme is Spider-Man. You know, most little boys like Spider-Man when they like comics and things of that nature. But look what she got on. Blue stripper heels and a Spider-Man themed onesie that cuts up her cooch and shows off all of that, like to the point where you definitely need to have shaved or waxed in order to wear that with any type of confidence. This is her again, another shot in the house or what have you. Now, mind you, not only is she naked in these pictures, but she's got her son in these pictures naked as well, with just his little Spider-Man underwear on and a hat, which is inappropriate also. So she's inappropriate. She got him inappropriate. And we obviously understand that this little picture taking that she's doing has nothing to do with her son or his birthday or celebrating him or anything else. She used it as an excuse to wear something like this so she could take pictures for the gram.
And before Kendra D goes on further, any men out there that hit the like button on this picture, you a piece of shit.
So what's the
I
French
said
toast
it.
is there to think about?
I said it. This is ridiculous right here. And this is highly disrespectful to our children. And then everybody wants to wonder why the next generation is not growing up to be doctors and lawyers and productive citizens in the black community, especially, you know what I'm saying, when they're traumatized like this by their own mothers. This is crazy right here. Yes, I'm highly upset out here. I'm highly upset. Yes, I'm pissed off. Growing up as a child, as a black child, in the black community, I couldn't imagine that our women would come to this point to where they would be out here this naked amongst their sons. I've never seen the women in my family like this. I've never seen the women in my family dressed like this. I've never seen the women in my family even remotely come close to this. Oh, man. Excuse me. This is very triggering. This is very fucking triggering. Yeah, I'm fucking triggered. I've never seen this. I never grew up around women that would do anything like this. And then y'all want men to respect y'all out here and put y'all on life insurance policies and shit. Talking about marrying you.
Okay, this is what this is about. Now, mind you, this is another little kid that's behind her. So you are traipsing around.
Yeah. Hold on. They will give me commercials. It is what it is, though.
In this apartment with these little kids, with your whole booty out, This is the type of stuff that we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. This is why the men don't take these women seriously, and they need not take them seriously. This is why on the internet we constantly see a barrage of men coming out to be like, this is why the single mothers, like, we'll smash them, but we don't like to take them seriously as good options for wives and things of that nature because of the way in which they display themselves.
Not only that, it's the way that they treat their children. And men out here, we see that. You know, back in the day when, being a stepfather was totally different back in the day, and things like that. You know, it was totally different. Women carried themselves different. They didn't get naked in front of their children. Technically, she's naked in front of those kids. Technically. I'm sorry, I don't care who like it or who don't. Technically, she's naked in front of them kids, man. In front of her own son. In front of her own son, man.
Because you wanted to come onto the internet, and this is what you put on the internet. She's got to be probably in her late 20s, early 30s, she looks like. She's gotten some surgeries done. You can tell by the way that her body is shaped that this is not a gym body. This is not a body she worked for. This is a body she paid for, right? And she's got it on display in front of children. And they don't want anybody to say that they are inappropriate and perverted by dressing this way in front, provocatively in front of little boys. Now, had a man been dressing provocatively in Speedos or something like that around a party for little girls, he's automatically predatory. And we would look at him like as if that were weird, and rightly so. But why we don't look at her as weird for the same behavior? She weird for the same behavior. Nobody likes to talk about that aspect of this behavior. Why do you feel comfortable dressed in something that you would strip in front of little boys your son's age, just around your son's age, a little, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger? Because this boy looked like he turned, what is he, 8? Something like that. He might not even be 10. This is like a 7 or 8 year old right here. Okay. And so you're prancing around. Who's the kids? Because ain't no way I'm another mom and I let my child come to your child's birthday party and I see you dressed like this. My child can't stay.
Yo.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Oh, no way. I definitely agree with that. No. Mom, you bring your raggedy ass out there like that at a children's birthday party? And see, the sad part about it is, which is the ultimate sad part about our community, is that we're down. Most of the community is down for this type of debaucherous ass shit. This is crazy right here. You hear a bunch of women, oh, she could wear what she want to. You know what I'm saying? She could do what she want. It's her body, her choice in front of children. In front of children. But you want logical thinking people to respect this type of dumbass activity in front of children. Okay, then. Y'all keep playing these simple-minded ass games, you simple bats out there. Y'all gonna keep ending up in the tragic situations that y'all in. And the logical thinking black people, we're gonna keep pushing y'all further and further out of the game. We're getting rid of y'all. Y'all ninjas got to go. You're going to go. It's nowhere around it. The fight is on. If you bout it, real talk is 10 toes down. You ninjas got to go.
So what the French toast is there to think
Men,
about?
women, it don't matter. You ninjas got to go. We no longer accepting y'all. We no longer go protect y'all. We're no longer going to take care of y'all. The child support shit is over with. It's time for you ninjas to go. Y'all got to go by any means necessary.
My child can't stay. He can't stay. Because what? Because what are you doing? It's weird. And somebody else in the comment section said, this is a child's birthday party with other children. This is weird. And it was probably uncomfortable for the guests. Have some decorum.
Right. And that was a woman saying that in the comments.
You had guests in your house, and I don't care if the guest was your family members. I don't care if you was related to them or not, knew them well or not. This is not how you show up with children involved. You wear this to an adult's pool party or something. This is for adults. This is not for kids. Whatever happened to a time and place for everything? You know, nobody's trying to, y'all so busy trying to prove to everybody that y'all grown enough to do that, to do whatever you want to do. And it's the mentality that children have about being adults. Children think, little children, mind you, little children believe that being an adult means that you get to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, and no one has the right to tell you no, or to restrict you, or to admonish you about anything that you're doing. That is the mindset of a small child. A little kid thinks that. This is why when you little, you be like, oh, I can't wait till I'm grown. Nobody can tell me what to do. That's why you say that as a child, because you don't understand adulthood. You don't understand that actually adulthood come with more restrictions, not less restrictions.
Right.
There's more social expectation of you as an adult to know how to act, to know how to conduct yourself, to know what's going on, to take social cues, to understand, because you know the difference, because unless you work at a strip joint, you don't wear that to work. You know that you can't walk into your desk job, your security job, whatever kind of job you have that's not sex work. You know you can't walk into that job like that.
Amen on that. And that's just the truth. Now, whatever job this woman has, like Crimson just said, she ain't going to work dressed like that. And if she do go to work dressed like that, she gonna be fired immediately. And we all know this. So why is she dressing like this in front of children at her son's birthday party?
You know that you can't. So all of this pretending like you don't know the difference between where you're supposed to wear certain things and why certain clothing is inappropriate for certain places and settings and this and that, that's cap. It's cap. Here you are, a grown woman, supposedly a grown woman, you chronologically grown, but in your mind, you are no better than a middle schooler. You operating like a middle school person. You operate like a child.
What should Shazar Shazar Ali said that women don't grow past the age of 14 mentally. Definitely in today's society. You know what I'm saying? And look it up. It is what it is. She said it. It's all over the internet. This is crazy right here. The mindset that this woman thinks that she could dress like this in front of her son and the rest of his the rest of his peers at his birthday party. Man,
the attention gotta be for you,
right?
Folks gotta tell you how pretty you are, and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah,
the constant search for validation, and then you'll want some man to try to take you seriously in a relationship. Not with this mentality. Not with this mentality. As soon as a man see you, because you don't even present yourself as if you should be taken seriously, despite having children out of wedlock. You don't even present yourself. You don't even make a good case for a guy to take you seriously. You don't make a good case for that. When your Instagram look like that, that's not a good case. Because I would tell you that there's a minority of women who had maybe one child out of wedlock that's still like a good woman. She might have did that at 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? You had a little boyfriend or whatever. They didn't do that no more. They didn't keep having babies. They didn't keep having other men and all of this other kind of stuff. They tried to be an adult after that. Like, you know what? I'm going to take accountability for what I've done. And I'm going to try to be like a actual adult and take care of business and not have myself plastered all over the internet and, doing all of this crazy stuff. There's a minority of women that's like that. But the majority of you single moms are like this, and that's the problem. That's actually the problem. Because whether you are plastering yourself on the gram or not, it's the mentality that is the most problematic part of it. And the fact that you operate immaturely. This is above all things, being inappropriate and all that other stuff. It's immature. You're no better than a little girl that's around your son's age that wants somebody to look at her pretty dress and, get upset when the attention is not hers. And you have to teach little kids that they don't have to have all the attention. Everything is not about them. You have to teach children that. And here y'all are late 20s, 30s, sometimes in y'all 40s, somebody still got to teach y'all that every attention can't be yours. Every compliment can't belong to you. Every event is not about you. Jump down in the comments.
Yo, shout out to that. Just a look. Shout out to Kendrick. Listen, hey, this is the point right here, man. And thing of this is, yes, she presented a very serious situation here of the mindset of, the majority of our black women out here that are raising sons and things like that, and the way that they carry themselves, especially the ninjarettes out here, the ninjarettes. Yeah, you got the ninjas and you got the ninjarettes. And you know what I'm saying? Definitely this woman right here is a ninjarette. And this is where we at right here with this type of predicament, man. And this is sad. And we, this young man having to grow up in this type of traumatizing situation and seeing his mother dressed like that. He don't know what's going on really now. But when he get a grown ass man, you know what I'm saying? And this is some 21st century shit. Because, you know, back in my day, I'm 42. I ain't never seen women in my family dressed like that around me growing up at all. At all. When they went to take baths or change or whatever the fuck, the doors were locked, everything was closed off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew their place. You know, this never would have happened back in the day. Women never did this. And I don't care who get down in my comments and dispute that shit. For real though, if you got a disputation about this situation right here and you saw your mama something like that, man, that shit is foul, bro. That shit was foul. I ain't never seen my mama like that. All my grandmothers, you know what I'm saying? All my aunties, I never seen them dressed like that. Never. That shit would be appalling. And the men in my family would ride down. They would never allow, the men in my family would never allow nothing like that to go on. Ever. Are you kidding me?
So what the French toast is there to think about?
You could call it misogynistic, whatever you want to call it out there. The men in my family wouldn't allow it. It wasn't going to happen. Ever. And that's 10 toes down, baby. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line. Crazy out here. 21st century, bros. Y'all stupid.